Hi, this is video discussion board number 2. My name is Drew Rutledge. It's on the early hominids, and I decided to do my project on Australopithecus afarensis. I'm trying my best to say the name. Quick visual. This is what it looked like. This is a picture of a replica of the subject. Put that down. So the fossils were found by David Johnson and Mary Leakey in the 1990s. When the original fossil was found, it was dated back to 3.2 million years old. It was almost a complete female skeleton that they found. So at this time, it was one of, it was a really groundbreaking ordeal. They found a full-length bipedal specimen from our past. The fossils were found in central southern Africa and were named after the terrain surrounding them. The name Afarensis was because it was discovered in the Afar Depression in Africa. The other fossils turned up in Laetoli, Tanzania as well. The most well-known fossil finding was the original skeleton of the woman nicknamed Lucy. And this is Lucy. This is the replica of her. They chose Lucy after the famous Beatles song in the 70s, Lucy in the Sky with the Diamonds. Lucy was exactly 110 centimeters tall, but was a full-grown bipedal adult specimen. Other findings included a knee, a lower jaw, and a group of Afarenses, but no one specific, and then Lucy's brother and baby. When looked at carefully, the brain was very small in comparison to the other specimens. It averaged approximately 430 cubic centimeters and was only 1.3% of its own body weight. So it was a small brain. So they were a developing species at the time. They weren't fully developed. The specimen, the pelvic area of the specimen was really similar to a human. So when they looked at it, it almost could have passed as one of ours. But there were a few things that prevented it from walking fluidly. It walked with a limp or a slight slant. It was wide like a human's, but didn't have infringements on the hip that would hinder it to walk like us. We can say it was a bipedal due to the fact that it had 2 limbs to walk on, upright, and it had thigh bones that slanted to the knees like humans. So that's where it comes into play, where it was a similar animal to us. They had big toes on their feet that weren't opposable, and they lined up with the other feet just like ours. In addition, they had a shoulder blade socket that faced upward, unlike a human's, but had other features that resembled human shoulders. So their sockets weren't exactly like ours, but they were very similar to the way ours were put together. When analyzing the specimen's teeth, it's been said they ate mostly plants, but recent studies in 2010 have said that some fossils show cut marks on the teeth showing that they were eating meat and that they were eating solid foods other than plants. Lastly, it is believed that the species used small stone tools, even though none were discovered. From what we can tell, they had lived in small social groups that had males, females, and children all mixed in. They weren't separate groups like some species. And the females were much smaller than the males. Now, if you go back to the stone tools, this is significant because it shows that they were actually, pretty intelligent if they're making stone tools to cut things open and hunt animals. Then, that is pretty significant in their development. So that's all I have on the early hominids. And yeah, see you later.